What's up, everybody? This is a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, back with another Jupiter in the Sign video. So today we're going to be discussing Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So first we're going to address Jupiter and what Jupiter is all about. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the biggest planet in our solar system. Jupiter has to do with past life karma. Also, higher knowledge and obtaining knowledge, holding on to the knowledge that you grasp. Okay? It's all about philosophical things, okay? So, as I said, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So, anything that it touches is going to expand it. Jupiter also brings us blessings for the good karma, the good deeds that we have done in our past lives. We are now going to be rewarded. It's about luck. It's about opportunity and optimistic, being optimist, So now we're going to talk about Taurus. Taurus is a sign of steady, slow pace, but they're all about stability. They're about love. They're about beauty, luxury. Taurus is a sign that has to do with the material realm, material possessions, okay? Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of creativity, pleasure, love, beauty, luxury, okay? Venus is the planet that shows you where you spend your money and what you want to spend your money on. So now, Taurus rules over in the second house of the natal birth chart. The second house has to do with your possessions, your accumulation of money, what you want to spend your money on. It really shows you your finances. And it shows you what you're interested in. Beautiful people, beautiful things, living that luxury life, turning it up, popping them bottles, and enjoying life to its fullest is all seen in the second house of the zodiac natal birth chart. So now Taurus is an earth sign, so they are grounded. Okay, but they do crave stability and they love beautiful things. They love to eat. So now, we're going to jump right into this. Jupiter and Taurus, men and women. Okay, now, let's jump right into their past life. In their past life, these people were very knowledgeable, had a lot of experience, and knew how to do very well within partnerships, within the family dynamic, within communicating as far as with that area of their life. They mastered, they knew it very well. And even into this life, they also know it very well. Knowing how to provide, knowing how to make a long-lasting relationship work, knowing how to provide for their children, making sure things are in place, in order, in a certain way, so that these things can be enjoyable for everybody in the household. But with this placement, Taurus doesn't really do very well. It's going to be some difficulties with this placement because Taurus is about luxury, beauty, and the material world, where Jupiter is more spiritual. I didn't say that in the beginning, but Jupiter is very spiritual. It's a spiritual planet also, about higher knowledge and things of that nature. So it's going to be a little difficult because Jupiter is more about the divine knowledge, the divine, the overall purpose, okay? Where Venus is about love and beauty, about luxury and spending money, okay? So what Jupiter's going to do to the Jupiter and Taurus men and women in this lifetime is transform them and pull them more towards the spiritual aspect and not the material. Okay, and this is why I say it doesn't do well here. But what I should have probably said was it's just difficult for them to detach that part of them. Okay, so they're really going to have to work on that material, and these are my possessions. People to Taurus people in general uh, are their possessions. Okay, so they don't want to part with loved ones. They don't really want to part with any of their things that they own. It means shit to them. So what Jupiter's gold is going to be is to even though we know you're like this, even though we know you don't want nobody taking away your shit, I want to bless you also with the wisdom of spirituality, with the wisdom of knowing a higher being, a higher power. You know, and this shit is just crazy, and this shit is just for real, because a lot of times there are people in this world that are very well just like this, more about the materials than they are about the spiritual. Okay, but what you do need to understand is just that when you do become spiritual, more in touch with the universe, more in touch with your environment, your universe, okay, you are not going to have to constantly, consistently keep on focusing on what you think you want, okay, because it's already going to be what you need. Okay, being wealthy doesn't have to consist of having money. Being wealthy has to consist of a good life, a good appetite, a good diet, okay, and just doing the right shit, being honest, being fair, okay. That is being wealthy, okay. But people got it twisted. But anyway, moving back to the Taurus and Jupiter person. So in their past life, these people were very well blessed. Don't get it twisted. They were blessed with the wisdom and the knowledge, okay, of the area, as far as mastering the area with the partnerships, friendships, children dealings, anything that has to do with the family. They were very knowledgeable, and they knew how to make shit work for them. They knew how to deal with those kind of things very well. So they bring these things on into this life, okay? But what Jupiter is going to do is add on to that, okay? Yes, you're devoted. Yes, you are committed. Yes, you are loyal, okay, with the people that you hold dear to you. What I want to bring out of you also is something else that you do have that you may have not known that you got. And what they're going to do to these people is also bring the element of religious or spirituality onto their plate, onto their table, so that they can experience that also, in addition to what they already know, what they already have. Okay, now Jupiter and Taurus men and women are going to, 9 times out of 10, going to be a little slow towards going into that, okay, because they don't like change. I say this all the time. Taurus people do not like change. They don't like it. They like shit to stay the same, okay. There's nothing wrong with change, okay, because it could be for the better, but in their mind it could be for the worse. So they don't like change. They rather it stay the same, even if it is a chaotic situation and it is becoming unbearable. It's still steady to them, okay. So what Jupiter is going to do here is going to break down that cycle and that aspect to allow you to be able to be great businessmen and women that you are going to be, because Jupiter is going to bless these people in those aspects. Okay, these people are very creative. They're very good with their hands. Okay, very good with their hands. They can put things together. Okay, sculptures, things like that. Also, being I'm an artist, things that are being creative. These are very creative people as well. A lot of these placements, people hold talents. Okay, this is why in our world you see people day to day doing different things because they have talents. So one of their talents is definitely within their hands. They are very creative. Okay, they love the arts. They love things that are poetic. They can be writers. Okay, they can be journalists. All right, bloggers. They would even also be good with being relationship counselors because they're very knowledgeable in that area. They can talk with people and get into their minds on that level because they are very well experienced. They know what it's like to be loyal and they know what it's like to get their heart broken too. But yet and still, they will persevere. They will move forward and they will inspire somebody to also move forward as well. I mean, it's just what it is. What else can I say about Jupiter and Taurus? Hmm. So, Jupiter and Taurus, men and women in this life, they come into this life knowing a lot of shit, very wise on the relationship dynamics, very experienced and seasoned, okay, in that area. But here, you're also going to be able to connect that with some type of enlightenment. So these people in their life, at some point in their life, they're going to come to the realization of a awakening. Okay, they're going to be enlightened, and Jupiter's going to pull these people. Okay, these people are going to end up being drawn towards it. Okay, and having a little bit more faith, a little bit more belief into the spiritual realm, because right now, okay, and when I say right now, I'm not talking about right now this minute, but coming into this life, these people are more driven towards getting the money, getting the paper, okay? Making sure they could survive, making sure shit is paid, shit is done, okay? They really have a little of a restless nature. They can get stressed a lot because they always have that concern on their head. Am I going to be okay? These people want to be stable. It's an earth sign. They are very grounded, however, but they are very practical. They're very realistic people. So anytime you get somebody that's realistic, they are going to be, especially when you're dealing with the earth signs, they're going to be highly intelligent. They're going to be highly intellectual. So, not saying that spiritualness can't enter in, because it definitely can take a place in any sign. But these people are more prone to the logic, okay, than the deep rooted emotions that they really don't want to tap into, because that's exactly what it is. Everybody has it in them. They don't want to tap into those feelings, okay? They want to just straight up go off of their mind and what they think it should be and how they think it should go, instead of just sitting back and just looking within themselves on a more deeper level. These people are more logical. I really just don't know how else to say it. All right. But they're more about making sure that they are secure. Okay. So they need security. Their security lies in making sure everything is done and everything is in place, everything is in order. They are also about structure. They are earth sign. Well, earth signs is practical, about order, structure, organizers. Okay. Like shit a certain way. Don't touch my shit. Okay, if you moved it, please put it the fuck back. Put my shit back. Okay, these people are like that. Okay? I had somebody one time be upset with somebody in the street and they started banging on my damn car. You know, and I'm like, can you please stop? And they still did it. So I had to punch them in their face. You see what I'm saying? So no, people, no, we don't like that. Okay? And no, this is not my placement. But what I am saying, I do have earth sign placement, so I do know how that energy does work out very well. Moving back to the Jupiter in Taurus person. So yes, they are going to come to this realization because Jupiter is going to open up these doors. Anytime Jupiter is in a placement and the sign is placed inside of it, it's going to expand these things 10 times more. So Taurus, you have Taurus. Taurus is about hard work, dedication, being loyal, love beautiful things, love beautiful people, wanting to live that luxury life, wanting to have a nice home, wanting to drive a nice car. Okay, this is all Taurus energy. And now it's going to be 10 times more. So these people are definitely going to be blessed. It is going to be a little slow, okay, because it is a little difficult for them to just completely cut off the material. So now what's going to end up happening? What's going to happen is they're not going to cut off the material, but they are going to become more spiritual. Okay, and this is going to balance the energy out. Okay, where they feel like they have to worry all the time, now they can just feel a little bit at ease, a little bit at peace, have a little bit more faith, have a little bit more trust into the universe, that the universe will provide it, as long as I just speak this into existence, the laws of attraction. Okay, and I will say, with for this placement, anybody that has this placement, you can very well just practice the laws of attraction. Anything that you want in this world, speak it out. It starts with the mind. You think it, but the mouth is a powerful weapon. It's a powerful weapon. You can talk things into your life, okay? Into your life. So that's all you have to do. Okay, so this has been my interpretation of the Jupiter in Taurus men and women. In future videos to come, I'm definitely going to go into more depth about the Jupiter in the signs. Also, I'm going to go more in depth on the Jupiter woman and her husband, because Jupiter does represent the woman's actual husband in the birth chart. It's going to show you his characteristics and the way that he would move, and that's going to be exciting. So be sure to check out my online store. It's www.grimeygear.com. Also, if you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need a handyman, contact my husband at AronNesbitt90 at gmail.com. I'm going to have everything in the description. Okay? If you're looking at the other descriptions, I didn't fill them in yet because, I work. I have a job. So I am going to do that today so that everything is filled up to where it needs to be for you to click on it if you need it. Also, I love the fact that everybody's been tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support, everybody. Thank you. So this has been A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. See y'all on the next one.